My name is Daren Hayes, and I own Stirs the Soul Raw Chocolate Company. I was one of the first classes, actually the first class to go through OCI. Stirs the Soul is a raw chocolate with natural sweeteners, no refined sugars, low allergens or no allergens, and we do chocolate products from bars to chocolate mousses, ice creams, fudgesicles to mole sauces. What they consider me is I'm a chocolate maker. I take the beans, I add sweeteners, I grind them down, I make chocolate, and then there's the chocolatiers, which is a whole nother world, and that would be like brandy, infusing the flavors into different things and putting out. She gets a whole nother level of creativity. This is actually my house, and this is here in my garage. I was kind of looking for the sanctuary in the midst of chaos, which is very hard to find. So it's so funny because what they do at the culinary school is hurry, hurry, hurry. You know, it's like, get this out 5 minutes. And, that's why I like the chocolate, because you can't rush the chocolate. It's all, you gotta have patience.
Any disasters?
Oh yeah. Daily. The biggest disaster was 28 pounds of liquid chocolate hitting the floor. Yeah, I learned the hard way, pretty much everything I do. OCI has been a great resource, so through the years, I graduated 5 years ago, go back in every now and then, talk to a chef, Chef Max or Wilkie or Hobson or Thompson, you know, get the feedback from them. With the math, the culinary math that I learned there, the yielding, creation of recipes, kitchen design, product design, pretty much everything that I learned in school I use daily here. This is where it all starts. Cacao beans. These are from Ecuador, uncleaned, all raw. And what we do is we crack and winnow it, which we run it through a grinder, which cracks it up into small pieces, breaks it up, and then we have actually invented and created a lot of our own equipment and modified things to do what we do. We take beans and then we make the finished chocolate products. We'll take that, mold it, we'll wrap it. That's all sweetened from here. We can go into here. That's been going for about since this morning, and it will go for about another 24 to 48 hours depending on the beans. It's kind of like an art. I like to think of it as, at least. Not that I'm an artist, it's like chocolate just does its own thing. We do about 33 different products, delivered to about 70 stores, I believe we're in now. Very, very conscious people. That's our clientele. Is some of our products. We do 13 different flavors of our signature bars. We're putting in 12 to 18 hours a day, pretty much 7 days a week these days. So business is good, to put it that way. Here's our ingredients: stone ground cacao, cacao butter, dates, and mint. We keep everything simple, and so it's people who read the labels and stuff, and they're like, oh, hey, they're getting what we're trying to do, which is alternatives to the highly processed, over-sugared products that are out there. The melt of this, the mouthfeel, the flavor, the usability, the ease to work with, I just love it. I actually went into business before I even graduated school. Like second term, I found myself in business, thrown out there. I told Wilkie, you know, I was like, I gotta go, I'm in business. He says, no, you gotta stick around. You got the business end of things, you got the restaurant, you got all these wonderful chefs that you will be meeting. So I'm really glad he talked me into staying, and I'm glad I did, because all that math, all that yielding, percentages, everything that I hated about going there, I use every single day here. I'm self-taught. I had one day of chocolate with Chef Parks, but he was so great with helping me out. I brought him a sample of my chocolate, which I was making before class, and I explained what I'm doing about the raw chocolate and the benefits and why I'm doing it. And he tasted it, and he said, you got the flavor down really good. Now you got to work on the tempering. And I'm like, tempering? What's that? So he goes through, we start working with it, teaches me how to temper chocolate, and it's just been a whole evolution up till now. I find myself chasing the flavor and all the possibilities, and that opens up a whole nother world, because you got like long slow roast, you got quick hot roast, you got varying temperature, you got double roast, you got aging. It's like, it is so complex. So the chocolate mousse is actually a chocolate drink that I came up with. It was a vegan drink, like a European style drinking chocolate. Working on that, you make a big batch, you have it heated, it's a drinking chocolate, you put it in the fridge for later, it sets up like a mousse. Bingo, I got a mousse. Freeze it, I got a fudgesicle. Leave it at room temperature, you got a chocolate frosting. So many different uses, you know, and it could be a body paint too if you're into that. It's this whole relationship that is really amazing. Like when we get out and do demos, do tastings at some of the stores, just meeting those people, it's really, that's cool. Because other than that, you know, we're hidden back here so much of the day, and to get out every now and then and meet those people, that's a lot of fun. There's no end to this world of chocolate that I've stumbled into. So what we're trying to do is just tone it down and make it really simple and back to the basics.